Stop number 5 on the NNSCRA Pizza Hut Truck Series brings us to California Speedway in Fontana, California, as we're set for some 38 laps of racing here today on this 2-mile D-shaped racetrack. These trucks tested on this track here, race-wise here. It took a few attempts, but I think we got the racing finally down pat just about. So, see what happens here on this racetrack. On the starting lineup for today's race here on the pole at 183 miles an hour, it is Nathan Ormond, number 24. Excuse me. The number 24 Allegiant Chevrolet for GMS Racing. He's alongside his GMS teammate Stephen Cullen, the number 23 Construction Roofing Chevrolet. Second row sees Matt Haas in the Save Light Autoglass Toyota truck number 18. He's flanked by number 75 Jesse Turner, who won Daytona this season in this series. Next row sees Nathan Hudson in 16 and number 87 Daniel Bouchard. Next row sees number 9 Seth Cole, the Liberty University Toyota. He has one of our in-truck cameras in today's race. And Kyle Matthews, number 44, the N29 Chevrolet. Next row is Cole Bieber, number 21, the Smoky Mountain Snuff Chevrolet. He's flanked by number 52, Matt McIntyre, in the Hallmark Toyota. Next row has Laura Chung in 51, the Dex Imaging Toyota. She's alongside number 00, Paul Minnick, in the Haas Automotive Chevrolet. Next row, Phil Parker in number 3. He's alongside number 10, Joshua Osborne. Osborne won the last race in the tour at Martinsville. In this series, I should say. Next row down has number 7, Ashlyn Boyd in the wheel of his Toyota. He's flanked by Bale Moscow in number 13, starting on the outside. Next row, Brad Stover in 15. He'll be alongside number 38, Scott Upton. Next row, Pedro Lucas in number 17, and he'll be alongside number 40, John Andrews. Next row, Jacob Thibodeau in number 33. He's alongside number 11, Mitchell Collins. Next row has our other two in-truck cameras. Number 2, Dylan Young, and number 60 and number 88, Keith Batson. Next row is 45, Diego Yapez, and number 6, Quentin Moore. Next row is James Sykes, and number 74. He'll be alongside number 68, Zachary Fitzwater. Next row, Kev Sheeran in 54, and number 19, Rob Evans. Next row has number 98, Cat Benson, number 29, Johnny Gardner. Then it's William Brock in number 4, the Mobile One Toyota. He's alongside Carson Gum number 99. And Roberto Caron Jr. has the last starting spot in the field in truck number 8. Here's the command to fire him up here at California.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
So the base truck leads the field off pit road. We'll be back for the start of this race right after this. So an all GMS Chevrolet front row in this race here today at California Speedway, Nathan Ormond, qualifying with a speed of 183.095 miles an hour, sits on the pole for this race here today. Can he win here today? Well, obviously he'd like to do so, but he'll have 34 other trucks disputing that argument here today for 38 laps here at California Speedway. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Front row here for today's race here, as we mentioned here with Nathan Ormond and Stephen Colon. They both got incredible incentive to want to win here today. As do a few other drivers in this field as they come off turn number 2, and it's Matt Haas, number 18, trying to go for the lead. But here comes Jesse Turner in 75, our winner at Daytona in the series. He moves to the low side, looks for the number 1 spot. Already on lap number 1 as they go through turns 3 and 4, 3 wide, about 2 rows deep. As they come off turn number 4, and now Matt McIntyre wants to make a 3 wide, 3 rows deep as they come off the 4th corner. And he is doing so right now as they come to the start-finish line. And Cole Bieber almost made it 4 wide at the line. Oh, just thinking in. Well, 4 wide in turn number 1 here at California Speedway. That is some tremendous stuff. If you watched my Pizza Hut, if you watched my Hunt Brothers Pizza Truck Series race on my channel, Rivers 1985, you know how rowdy the trucks got in that race. And somehow we didn't have a caution flag won in that race by somehow, some way. And look at the margin of start finish line between the front 5 trucks, 8/100ths of a second between the front 5 trucks. That is absolutely craziness here. As Cole Deaver leads the second lap of this race here, but Jesse Turner is in second position. Laura Chung busts out to run in third position right now. Ashlyn Boyd's going to try for fourth position on Phil Parker in number 3. Boyd in the number 7 truck. That's the silver number 7. And now Laura Chung's going to try to make a 3 wide between her, Turner, and Deaver as they go through turns 3 and 4. Turner takes the lead in number 75 as he's got Chung behind him in second position now. Pedro Lucas in the 17 truck now is within the 4th position now as he started about middle of the pack. And now Phil Parker moves down low. She's going to try to take the lead here in turn number 3. And Parker thought better of it, backs off a little bit, lets Laura Chung by him, and Laura Chung looks like she's going to lead her first lap of the race. And she will do so. So Laura Chung in the Dex Imaging Toyota. Toyota leads her first lap of the race here. Last lap for the leader, 182.607 miles an hour. And having seen trucks already here in California already, we pretty much speculated this California Speedway is a 180 mile an hour chess game for these trucks. And if they're that way at California Speedway there, I can't wait to see what they're like when we go to the sister track later on the season at Michigan Speedway. And you're seeing those trucks right here, 3 wide, mostly around the middle of the pack here, as you got William Brock trying to move up through the field, as is Johnny Gardner, as is Quentin Moore, Keith Batson, and Seth Cole, who started this race up near the front. He has now dropped back to the back here. Seth, the last time by, was clocked. Let's see where he's at right now. He was clocked 19th the last time by. Let's see where Seth is this time by the start-finish line. As he's side by side with Dylan Young. Seth that time by running in 16th position. Riding with Seth Cole in number 9. The Liberty University Toyota. Running right behind Keith Batson at 88 and Quentin Moore in the 6th truck. Seth tried to paint with Johnny Gardner and with Keith Batson both as they come up to number 4. Start finish line that time by Seth at 183 miles an hour at the start finish line. See how fast he goes from turn number 1. 187 miles an hour in the turn number 1. Yep, he had to back off a little bit going into the turn, so down about 171 in the middle of 1 and 2. Now about 175, 177 miles an hour turn number 2. 185 miles an hour, 187, 188, 189 miles an hour in turn number 1 goes Seth Cole. And down about 167 in the middle of 3 and 4. Let's see how fast he goes come up in the front stretch. 174 off turn number 4, by the way. 183 again off into turn number 1. 187 miles an hour again in turn number 1. 188 miles an hour this time. Now you're riding with Seth Cole in truck number 80, or I should say now riding with Keith Batson in number 88. And who's in turn one? Who's that going to the inside of him for the lead here? Through 1 and 2, or through 3 and 4, I should say. That's Zachary Fitzwater, 68. And Fitzwater did indeed lead that lap here. And 4 wide there through about, what is it, 2 rows deep right there? Oh my goodness. Just bouncing off each other, those trucks strewn all over the track here. Through every which way and every nook and cranny of this track. Now you got Mitchell Collins in the 11 trying to battle with Cole Deaver, and Deaver and Mitchell. Boys, I don't know if that was merging or into each other or what, but that was some strange. That was some strange things. I thought there for a second, Deaver and Collins are going to check each other out going into turn number 3 and cause a big crash. Down the back stretch here, Collins goes into, I think that is 3rd spot here. Stephen Colon now goes up to 2nd. Dylan Young up to 3rd spot behind Fitzwater, the leader of this race. On board Dylan Young's truck. Dylan runs 3rd. He just recorded his fast lap race at 183.646 miles an hour. Checking the fast lap race so far, Mitchell Collins has the fastest so far at 184.063. Young on the outside of the track here drives in just a little bit faster than has everybody else, 168 miles an hour in the middle of 3 and 4. See how fast Dylan goes down the front stretch. We saw 189 out of Seth Cole on the back stretch, 188 in the front stretch earlier. 185 miles an hour, 186, 187 miles an hour in the turn number 1. And Stephen Colon now goes to the lead now, and now the 19 of Rob Evans has the fastest lap race at 184.238. How fast Dylan goes in the turn number 3 this time by 188 miles an hour in the turn number 3. As Cologne has the top spot for the time being right now. And Collins looked at a low side for the top spot, but Cologne led the lap that time by. So looking through who all's moved up and who all's moved back here, there's Rob Evans. We mentioned he has the fastest lap races so far. In the number 19, Derek Kraus truck here, William Brock's moved up, Kyle Matthews has moved up, John Andrews has moved up, Vale Moscow in the 13 truck has moved up, so has Kev Shearer in the 54, Daniel Bouchard and Nathan Orman and the 18 of Matt Haas are all trying to move their way back up the field. They got shuffled back to the back a little bit earlier. And here comes Matthews to the low side, number 44. He's got Bale Moscow trying to shove him. As Moscow squeezes in between Matthews and Andrews, the two of the Nice Motorsports trucks. And here comes William Brock on the outside of the track here. He's got some power net under that Toyota Tundra as they come off to number 4. He runs out there behind the 21 of Cole Deaver, and who's now pushing the 2 of Dylan Young, a pair of Silverados back up on the high side. And now Andrews moves to the low side, trying to get past Collins and the 19 of Rob Evans both. And now Kev Shearer moves up behind him in the 54 truck. That's the Anthony Alfredo truck he's driving here. Or as Kev calls him, Anthony Fettuccini Alfredo. As he and Batson both side by side with each other. Back in the turn number 1 they go here, and here comes, who's that? Somebody had to back off a little bit. That was Paul Minnick in the 00. He had to back off a little bit right there. Now backs up into the clutches of the 10 of Joshua Osborne as they come down the backstretch here. There is Minnick, Osborne, and Pedro Lucas right there behind. 00, the 10 and the 17. And Kat Batson squeezes in between the 98 truck. As she tries to move her up way up to the front, and as is the 52 truck of Matt McIntyre. We haven't talked about him at all today so far. Matt was clocked 4th the last time by 4 wide, almost 5 wide through 1 and 2. Oh my gosh. They were almost 5 wide and they still made it to that corner. McIntyre goes to second position right now. Minnick is going to try for third on Kat Madsen as they come up to number 4. Oh my gosh, Minnick down through turn number 1 here. Let's see what he does on 52 truck of Matt McIntyre, but he does not. And he goes side by side through off the second corner. Minnick has about a half a truck length going into the third turn here as Matt McIntyre that is, moves down low. He's not letting the 00 get away from him. Zachary Fitzwater continues to lead the rest by the way in the 68 truck. Going for his first victory of the season here. Quentin Moore goes low now, tries to move inside of Kat Batson, but he's stuck in the middle between he and Batson and McIntyre. And Osborne is going to go right there behind Matt as well, too. Three, 3, and 4 they come here, and now here comes Paul Minnick for the lead. He's got it off to number 4. So move Paul Minnick up to the top spot now in 00. As he takes the lead from Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater up on the high side now, trying to as he's about to lose some spots here up on the high side. Getting hung up to dry, as they call it in restrictor plate racing. So Matt McIntyre goes to second place. Joshua Osborne in the Jennifer Jo Cobb special now goes up to third spot now. Here comes a couple of black and yellow trucks here. Quentin Moore and Zachary Fitzwater. They're side by side. Moore now goes to the number 3. Is that third or is that fourth? That was 4th position he just took. And 4 wide right behind him too into turn number 1. Ormond goes to the low side, looks for a position. He's got it. He's got Keith Batson behind him, Kyle Matthews, Mitchell Collins in the 11 truck, and the 9 of Seth Cole. Seth Cole in the William Byron special as they come through turns number 3 and 4 now. Back on board with Seth Cole. And a battle for the lead happening up ahead right there as you ride with Seth there. As Paul Minnick keeps it for the time being, but Quentin Moore and Joshua Osborne both keeping the pressure on him. Seth running 13th the last time by. Now Carson Gum goes to the low side of the number 99 truck. 87 truck, that is Daniel Bouchard. Bouchard hoping to turn his luck around. He's had in the any NR 2003 series he's been in. He has had nothing but bad luck. The only time he ever scored in any NR series that he's been in, well, the only time he scored in any of the series I've done that he's been involved in was when he won the Cashel GTX Cup. Was when he won the Cashel GTX Cup Series race a couple of seasons back at Talladega. That was when we used the Aero 88 mod, by the way, in that series. But Bouchard won that day at Talladega. As they come off the fourth corner now, Bouchard breaks out of that pack here. So that puts him this time by in the 87 truck. That puts Bouchard up to 9th. Seth Cole running in 10th, but he and Carson Gunn battling for position. You got a Toyota on the outside, Ford on the low side. Off the second turn, and now you got number 18. That is Matt Haas. He runs in 12th spot right now. 13th is Johnny Gardner. Dylan Young and Rob Evans battling it out for 14th as they come through turns 3 and 4. Front stretch here, Seth Cole, or I should say Dylan Young's back bumper looking right at the truck of Keith Batson. Dylan is going absolutely nowhere on that hot side of the track here as he right inside as you go inside the truck. Closing up on 10 laps to go here. This will be the completion of lap number 26. Will be down to 12 to go. Last time by for Dylan Young, 180.641 miles an hour. Average speed so far, 181.71 miles an hour, almost 182 for the average. And way down low goes number 33, Jacob Thibodeau, to the low side here. And 4 wide again, that is Parker, Brad Stover, Kev Shear, and Dylan Young. And those trucks already almost dropping back to the back here. In fact, the last truck behind, that is Scott Upton in 38, and he is running 35th, 3.17 seconds back of the leader. Boy, just tremendous racing here at California Speedway. We're far from over here. It'll be 10 to go this time by, completing lap number 28. Paul Minnick leads. Second position is Matt McIntyre. Third is Diego Yepes. 10 to go. Orman running in fourth. Fifth is Mitchell Collins. Sixth position is Kyle Matthews. Seventh is Matt Haas. Eighth is Johnny Gardner. Carson Gunn 9th, and Jesse Turner runs in 10th. Don't pencil in your winner yet, because any of these trucks can win this race here. Off to number 4 they come here. Here comes Matt McIntyre for the lead on Paul Minnick. And Matt McIntyre leads that lap here. As he moves back into turn number 1. Yepes to second position. Third is now Minnick, or actually trying to... Well, I should say Minnick has now dropped back here. Battle for third going on is Nathan Ormond. Takes over the spot. Ormond was the pole sitter. Collins up to fourth position now, number 11, in battle for fifth. Between Kyle Matthews, Matt Haas, Johnny Gardner. And now Bouchard way down the left side of black, number 87. And Minnick still going backwards in a 00 truck as they come through 1 and 2. A hungry pack of trucks right there. It's like I said, it's just like I said many times before. It's like throwing a ham bone in a room full of pit bulls. Batson to the low side. It's Kat Batson, I should say, number 98. She was running 10th the last time by, but she's going to be dropping a little bit further than that, though. Possibly, but now Turner and Matthews goes to the high side. Rob Evans in a 19 stays in behind. And here comes Bouchard in 87. Tries to find anything on the low side, nothing doing. Off turn number 4 they come here. Bouchard going low. Up to 6 now. Goes the 87. Here comes Batson in 98. They get by the 11 of Collins. Here comes Rob Evans going low. He tries to get by him as well. Nathan Hudson in 16 truck. He's quietly having a good day so far in a number 16 Toyota. In the turn number 3 they come here. Hudson to the low side. Nothing doing, but here he moves Evans to the high side now. William Brock up behind him in the 4 truck, the Mobile 1 machine. And meanwhile, we got a battle shaping up for that top spot here. Matt McIntyre still out in front. Does Diego Yepes have anything in that 45 truck as we're down to the final five laps in this race? 4.5 now. Orman's going to try for third. Here comes Matt Haas to the left side. He's got Bouchard behind him in the 87. Trying to get by the 29 of Johnny Gardner. And here comes Orman. He goes low. He says, come on, guys, follow me. I'm going to show you the way to the front. And now Batson goes low on Bouchard. Two Ford side by side here. Well, they were side by side, but Bouchard gets the draft off of the 18 of Haas as they come down the backstretch. But it's going to be one wild scramble here. It can be coming to 3 to go this time, but it's a complete lap number 35. And here comes Batson, low side. Cat Batson is in a 98 truck. Trying to salvage anything for the Batson family. Her husband Keith, the last time I was clocked in the 33rd position the last time by. That's where her husband Keith's running at right now. But so far, nobody's got anything for that 52 truck of Matt McIntyre. Batson to the high side, trying to find anything. Nothing there. Bouchard stays in behind Matt Haas, but they're running out of time. They're becoming now for 2 to go. Orman the second. But here comes Matt Haas to the low side for second place. But Orman stays on the high side here, stays on the back bumper of the 52 truck, trying to close in whatever he can. As you saw Haas and Bouchard touch a little bit down the backstretch. Orman's closing up. Can we be in for a final lap shootout between the 52 and the 24? Don't go away, folks, because we made the white flag this time by. Here comes Orman closing up. 1 lap remaining here at California. Does Orman have anything for Matt McIntyre through turns 1 and 2? Haas breaks out. Haas breaks out of that draft. He's at the 3rd spot now. And here comes Haas to the low side of Orman as they go through the 3rd and 4th turns. Orman goes to the high side of the track here as the 18 of Matt Haas goes to the low side. That'll be all she wrote. Off turn number 4. Checker flag waves. Matt McIntyre wins at California. Matt McIntyre, the number 52 Halmar Toyota, goes to victory lane as he wins here today. The man from the state of Indiana goes to victory lane. On this 2-mile D-shaped racetrack. His first victory of the season. Matt Haas Well, I was going to say second place, but Nathan Orman nipped him out for second place. Orman comes home second. Haas comes home third. Mitchell Collins battles back to finish fourth. Fifth will go to Rob Evans. Sixth place to Jesse Turner. Seventh to William Brock. Daniel Bouchard comes home eighth. Ninth will go to Kat Batson. And 10th position in truck number 10 goes Joshua Osborne. So that's how they finish here today. Average speed 181.89 miles per hour, almost 182 miles an hour. So a fast-paced race here today at California Speedway. So rest of the finishing order here today. We gave you the top 10 already. Johnny Gardner comes home in 11th. 12th place will go to Zachary Fitzwater. 13th, Nathan Hudson. 14th will go to Diego Yepes. Kev Shearer 15th. Seth Cole 16th. 17th will go to Jacob Thibodeau. 18th, Carson Gum. 19th will go to Pedro Lucas. 20th to Stephen Colon. Kyle Matthews 21st. Ashlyn Boyd 22nd. 23rd will go to Laura Chung. 24th will be James Sykes. Then Paul Minnick. Dylan Young. Brad Stover was 27th. Cole Deaver 28th. 29th will go to Phil Parker. 30th to Keith Batson. Then Quentin Moore, John Andrews, Val Moscow, Scott Upton, and Roberto Crown Jr. was the last of the finishers here today. All 35 trucks on the lead lap. Excuse me. And that will do it here today at California Speedway. Here, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on this channel, I should say, as well as our other channels that do NNSCRA series, including Dylan Young's NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. On his channel, X8675309-858X, and also check out Thrash Maniac 99's channel. It's Levi McIntyre's channel. He's the guy that does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to check out those two channels and those two series, and they both got some pretty cool stuff up on their channel too as well. So that will do it here today at California Speedway. Congratulations again to Matt McIntyre. The winner of race number 5 of the season at California will be heading to Sonoma for the next stop on the tour. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Sonoma.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?